How are you doing?
Uh, it's entering the 36th day that after I start social distancing myself, so it's very boring inside my room right now. Nothing much to do, but it's a good thing
Uh,
that since yesterday the class starting doing the teaching again, but mostly from online anyway. So
I
at
see.
least I have something to wake up to attend to, not just
I see.
sleeping in my bed during the issue period, which is for 20
Uh,
days, and very it's very hard to try to find something interesting to do each day.
uh, and
Well,
and what kind of social distancing have you been practicing?
So I developed so many skills nowadays. Kind of like cooking is become my
Okay.
relaxing hobbies to kind of try to come up with a new recipe for good food, watching YouTube, something like that, and try to exercise as much as possible inside my room.
I see.
And once a day or twice, every 2 days, I go out to run in the park. And but nowadays, as we are seeing less and less people on the street, but in the park, people still kind of like at least they can see the sun, they can sunbathing a little bit, chatting with their families outside their house. The change of atmosphere is very important for us right now, and it's a good thing that the government hasn't shut down the park and kind of like not restricting us from going outside once a day.
and what's the situation when you went out to shoot, to film, to interview Taiwanese students? What
Yes.
what's
Mm.
the situation over there? And do police officer monitor you while you were filming?
No, no, no. In Cardiff, it's okay to holding the cameras outside and talking with your friends, but I still abide by the government advice to keep a distance at least 2 meters. And currently, we arrange a meeting outside in the city centers, and we do the interview and currently because she went out to shopping anyway, and currently we got doing the film, walking around town, talking as a part of life that government allow us to do. And this that we can see that there's a lot of increasing amount of police patrolling the street, especially in the park, but they're not kind of like patrolling on foot. They came in a car. They kind of like roam around the area. When they see the people gather more than two people gather, they kind of like drive up to them and saying that you shouldn't do this because it's kind of like they're not arresting them. It's a warning, a nice gesture. But I heard from the people, my friends in London, that the police are more strict in London because if you see more than two people, they just use something like a loudspeaker to try to warn people that it's just scattering around. Don't do this. To try to kind of like lower the number of the people infected as much as possible.
Are there many Thais in Cardiff at the moment?
From the census and from there's about 2,000 Thai people living here, but not including the people who come here to study, including me. But nowadays, kind of, I think that more than 50% of the Thai students in master degrees and also for uh, 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 undergraduate already went back home.
And if Thai fall ill at this stage, can they just visit GP or go to hospital?
That is a debating area that I am conflicting to kind of we cannot clarify the government measure if you get sick or not. But from the guideline, if you get sick or you just suspect that you have a coronavirus symptom, you first call the hotline, the 111, that to the NHS, which they will initially give you an advice how to take care of yourself, how to care of yourself, and if the symptom is not subside, it's kind of like it become more serious. Now in 2 or 3 days, just call them again to check if that is a coronavirus or not. But that is second time, and if it's you become bedridden and kind of you think that you might risk your life, they will send an ambulance to pick you up. And in Cardiff is I could say that we are in a better situation because we have a big stadium that now is turned into the temporary hospital with more than 5,000 beds available to receive a patient. But first of all, if you get sick, just call them. But we cannot go to the clinic or do anything like that. We cannot go to the temporary hospital to get treated. But they're gonna have like, you should go back home, take care of yourself. But if things get serious, just call us again, and we will send someone to pick you up. Because just go to the hospital is not allowed, because if you get the COVID-19, in case you get COVID-19, you are become a carrier that might get other people in the hospital sick too.
I see. The Prime Minister Boris Johnson was reported to have said today that he was concerned that if the existing lockdown measures are lifted too soon, it could lead to a second wave of the coronavirus outbreak. So it looks like you will have to live in these kind of conditions for a while longer.
Yeah, 3 days ago, the politician deputizing Mr. Sunak said that we extending the social distancing measure for another 3 weeks because and some other countries that leave the measure too soon, the number of cases just exploded. So the government of the UK kind of doing something like wait and see. Let's wait for 3 weeks, another 3 weeks to see that if the infected cases rising or flattening out or not. Okay. And kind of we not try to kind of shut you in your home, but just for the safer side. And during these 3 weeks, they're gonna come up with some exit guideline after 3 weeks. But there's still a lot of possibility that if during these 3 weeks, starting from last Fridays, if the number of cases is still rising and if number of deaths is still increasing, they might extend it for another 3 weeks, which is something that we are very concerned about. And as my Taiwanese friend said, that is the mental effect of the social distancing measure is you can feel it now, and including me. That I think that I'm a very positive person, but shutting myself inside my room for a month and now gonna be another 2 months. I don't think I can cope with that, even though that I'm a little bit introvert.
On the bright side, Tossapol, you have more time to read more cooking books. Yeah.
Actually, I just watched some YouTube recipes, try. On the bright side, that in Cardiff, now the food shortage is not a problem anymore. We can find a lot of food in the supermarket. The eggs that actually 2 weeks ago is very hard to find. I haven't had an omelette for a week now. Now it's available. So I think that the stockpiling issue become less and less a problem. But now the problem is that we cannot find any mask to buy on the street. And if you want to buy in order just for the safer side, that the WHO changed the guideline advising people to wear masks, we cannot obtain that physically. And from online, if we order it from Amazon, eBay, it takes a month to deliver it to you. So in case that the UK government follow the US measures, advice for people that going out, you should wear masks. We had to make a mask ourselves. So that's gonna be another YouTube channel that I have to watch how to make a mask myself. I'm not very good at handicraft, so I'm not sure that I can do that.